Hi, my name is Olo Olabode, and I'm so glad to be with you again today. My passion is to stir you up to live your dreams and help you fulfill your purpose. I have a question for you today. Could your assignment be calling your name? You might wonder who. Yes, you. Could your assignment be calling your name? About 2.5 years ago, my son and I went to a conference in Texas, the Next conference, hosted by Terry Savelle Foy. And at this conference, she said a phrase, someone in need is waiting at the other end of your obedience. And my son turned to me and said, Mom, she's talking to me. And you might wonder why. Prior to this, when he was 8, he was diagnosed with childhood cancer, leukemia, and God had healed him and brought him through this journey that we knew was a testimony he needed to share with others. But he just felt like he wasn't ready to share his story. So my husband and I were like, you know what, we'll just let him be. When he's ready, he would share the story. So fast forward, now he's saying to me, now it's time to write my book. So I'm like, okay. And then we left the conference that afternoon. That evening when we got to the hotel, he started writing. The next day at the airport, he was writing. On the plane, he was writing. When we got home, he was writing. And can you imagine? And he didn't stop until he finished that book. The book is coming out soon. Why am I sharing this story? Because sometimes we need to be stirred up for what God has put on the inside of us to come out. Often we don't see the purpose of what God is calling us to do. He didn't see the purpose of writing the book until he heard that phrase. Then he realized, oh, there's someone that needs to read that book that's going to be encouraged. Oh, there's someone that might read that book that they might be able to believe God for divine healing. So there is someone always waiting at the other end when we obey. And I began to point and I thought, what if Terry didn't obey God to have that conference? We wouldn't even be sitting here and he wouldn't be stirred up to hear this phrase. So could also that also apply to you? Could your assignment be calling? Could someone be waiting for you to obey for your assignment? Could someone be waiting for you to obey, to answer the call of your assignment, that call upon your life? Could someone be waiting for you? And sometimes we think, oh, I don't have anything. Oh, I don't know how to achieve this. Oh, I don't know how to bring this to pass. God always gives us dreams that are bigger than us, so that we can depend on him to help us achieve them. And I found that out. I found that out in my short life. When God told me to start this non-profit organization, and I didn't have any resource to give to them. And I'm thinking, Lord, how do I do it? How do I encourage them with no resource? He said to me, you do have a resource. And I said, what is it? He said, your story. I said, okay. And that day I was, conversing. It was at work. And then I remember I felt like he was going to start telling me about what the story was. And I said to my colleague, I have to go on a break. And I went on a half-an-hour break. When I sat down, as I got to the lunchroom, I was just scribbling everything he was speaking to me. And this mini book came out of it. God has an awesome plan for your life. And it's just, it's just my story of how God has done what he wants to do. It's just my story of how God has awesome plans for us. And sometimes we just want to do our plans, but he has an assignment that is waiting for us with our name on it. And until we let him help us, we're not able to. So today, your assignment could be calling your name, waiting for you to answer. And all you just need to do is say, Lord, I'm ready. Whatever you've called me to do. So far as you enable me, I'm ready to run with it. I would love to encourage you by giving you a copy of that book. So if you go to my website, oluolabode.com, you'll be able to download a copy of this. And also, there'll be a link in this episode whereby you could download it as well. It's a little book that you can read in about half an hour. So if you enjoyed this episode, I would love you to do me 2 favors. First one is, I would love to know if this has helped anyone, if it's helping anyone, or if it's just a waste of time. So could you subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you can keep on getting faith-building motivational messages? And the second favor is, could you share it with someone who will share it with someone who will share it with someone? Have an awesome week ahead, and I'll see you again next week.